Hello. Another day, another stream. Feels nice. It honestly does. It feels pretty nice. It's also been an update. There's new stuff. Let's find a job. Well, that one pays good. Takes me right to the border of Texas. That's not very long either. Yeah, let's do it. Come on. There we go. Oh, it's a job from here. That's convenient. I am still kind of sick, so it's going to be an issue. Frisk is also being a major pain in the ass because there was a moth, and that moth ain't here anymore. Because, you know, I helped it escape. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. I don't know what side I need to be on. I mean, I guess this one, though. Bam! Just occurred to me I can't see the chat. I'm very good at this. Hello, AI. I can't tell you how... I can't tell you how Jeebus is doing. It's not in my my purview. This conversation or this game? Or both? Probably both. Oh, yeah. Me forgetting chat exists. In my defense, I have a lot of windows open, and they're all on one screen. And sometimes I just forget to reopen the chat. There's a lot of windows. I need more monitors. I still need to replace my old monitor. I've not done that yet. I've had the money. I could do it. I could do it right now. I just... Yep. I still have it. I have not spent any money recently except the workers benefit thing that I didn't even know I was getting. I spent basically all of that, but everything else I still have. Aside from money I'd already planned on spending before, you know, this month happened. God, if I could stop being congested, that'd be great. Nobody wants a congested truck driver. The roads are congested enough. Bad joke was bad. And almost the entirety of that workers' benefit I spend on Star Trek. Because I am a responsible spender. The funny thing about that comment is I kind of am. Because that was money I didn't have any plans for whatsoever. I didn't even know I was getting it. So that was splurge money. The money I knew I'd have, I'm, like, hanging on to. Oh. Welcome back. Literally, I have my computer now set so that, like, with the SSD, it restarts in, like, no time at all. I still have Windows Update disabled, so it never resets. Unless I want it to. I mean, like, I get the argument is, oh, well, my computer is now at risk because, oh, security stuff. Yeah, but to exploit something that, say, gets patched, you have to rely on that person not having the patch. And I could be running any version of Windows 11. with any service patch. So, like, even if someone went out of their way to try to target me, which my online my online personal security bits are a little strong. I think my personal security instincts of, you know, not clicking random links that I don't know what they go to. Not going to sketchy websites. Not clicking on a .zip. I'd also like to say that I had spent some time last month working on the Monster Hunter series, but I really didn't. I really need to get back to it. Like, I've got a lot of episodes recorded, I just need to edit them and then upload them. Which basically means I need to actually just set some time down to stop and edit. Frisk, it's gone. The moth is free. This is definitely a road. I think I might have actually missed the green light. I don't know. I couldn't see the lights, part of the problem. Another thing I really need to get back to at some point is playing Splatoon. Why is everyone going so slow? Why slow? Like, part of the issue, well, part of the reason why I haven't replaced my old monitor yet is I just haven't been bothered by using my old TV again. Like, it wasn't a major issue when I replaced it in the first place, because it's my secondary display. It doesn't matter if its display is ever so slightly messed up. Like, the only time it would really matter is if, like, I was using it as a primary display. Then it might annoy me, but I'm not. So thus it's not really a problem. Thus I don't really feel as incentivized as I probably should to replace my monitor. Apologize, I couldn't get muted that time. Really wish this cough would just go away already. Like, Jesus Christ. Either it needs to go away or I need to actually start feeling sick. One or the other. Thing is, I don't feel sick. I feel fine. I just have this obnoxious cough that will not go away. And, like, I can dull it for a while with some Buckleys, which I might honestly go take some of just to deal with some of this annoyance. Like, I had taken some Benadryl to see if it was possibly an allergy I've developed, and nope. That did nothing. So, I'm sick, it's just my body doesn't feel sick. It's just coughing. One of the most useless functions of the human body. Why? Why are you doing this? I love how it gave one to robotic. You're going to wake her from her slumber. And yeah, I've not gotten around to altering the things, so that's just gonna be on screen for like the next couple minutes. Exactly. I believe she is still asleep though, so you know. You have that going for her. I was not kidding when I said she was slumbering. So she might be awake. Frisk is definitely awake. And being an absolute menace to society. Yeah, I mean, you'll need income. Focus on yourself first. That's fair. But rent is also expensive. Welcome to the world of renting. Okay, I need to stop here and go and get like some Buckleys. I'll be back in like a minute. Alrighty. That should make existence a bit more bearable for a bit. A bit, anyway. It'll take a minute or two to actually fully kick in, but, you know. Oh, I need fuel. Oh yeah, there's some right along my path. I was thinking there might be some in there. Fuel. That is fair. I remember way back when I was just getting out of school and looking around at apartment prices. And like a 2-bedroom was like $600 in the city I grew up in. It's probably not that anymore, but you know. I mean, part of me wants to say for the price, that sounds expensive for what you're getting, but I also know how apartments are. I'm stuck on info from years ago, which honestly, even that, like, no joke, my sister pays less than that a month for her house. Like, the issue is finding a house that's affordable. So about 5 kilometers. Man, that truck really needs to decide where it wants to be. That's what food delivery apps are for. As much as those are overpriced. Like, a lot. That is fair. My thing, if I'm gonna like go out and buy, freaking congestion. If I'm gonna go out and like buy a fast food burger, I want the fast food taste. If I want like really good homemade stuff or, you know, in-house made stuff, I'll just make it myself. The only thing I will not make from scratch myself, and I've made it before, which is why I don't like doing it, is, French fries. I almost called them chips. And that's just because they take so bloody long to, like, properly make. Because you basically, you cut your potatoes to shape, which if you don't have a guide or a potato cutter, you're going to end up with various different shapes, which impacts the cooking time. You then dry them off, soak them in water for like 2 hours, take them out, dry them off, soak them in whatever you want to do with them. Like if you want to make like a flavored fry, you know, mix that in with some water, soak them in that, take them out, dry them off, then you can cook them. It takes like 4 hours. And the result, it just isn't worth it. Okay, but where? Where is it? It's all the way over there. Okay. That's annoying. I mean, that is fair. Big gob of mucus in my mouth. Gotta go deal with that. Alrighty, I'm back. I also have a cough drop. See if that helps any. And my main reason why I tend to use food delivery stuff is I'm lazy. And most of the fast food places that I, like, would want are, like, you know, that couple hour walk away. And whenever I want food, I'm hungry. I want that food soon. So, like, I'll basically either just make food myself, go to Dairy Queen, which is the only close fast food place, which I do like, or, you know, I'll order food. It is kind of the lowest on my list of things. I do order groceries through a delivery service because I don't have a car. Like, it's annoying when, like, you order something for a grocery delivery and then you just don't get it because they just kind of decide they don't have it, even though they probably do. But, you know. It wasn't really an issue back when I was working, because I was working at the supermarket. So I could just buy stuff before I leave, though apparently even that has changed. Apparently they've started shutting down the self-checkouts at night. And not giving anyone keys to turn them on. Because, like, quite often they'd shut them down before, but, like, you know, say, like, HMR would just have a key to turn it on. Yeah, they took that. Because apparently people were stealing stuff. Basically, you know, scanning things through as something else, and then, you know. It's like, okay, but how many of the night workers are actually doing that, guys? Like, I wonder if I can just cut up through here. Coming through. The truck, they're meant for off-road, right? Like, I imagine Loblaws is going to lose money over this decision. Because, like, a lot of the people that work nights buy their own stuff because they can. And they buy it at work. Well, if they're not able to buy it while they're working anymore, they're probably going to go to delivery apps to deliver their groceries for them, because they're not going to have the time or energy after working all night to then go grocery shopping once the store opens. And, well, Walmart has a better delivery service than Superstore does. Every big supermarket abuses their employees. Walmart's nothing special. I think that's one of those things of, like, yeah, sure, it sucks that they do it, but at the same time, like, all of them do it. At the very least, up here in Canada, they can't get away with anywhere near as much as they do in the US, because we actually have these funny things called workers' protections. They're pretty cool. Though they're not great, but they're pretty cool. The US should see about getting some of them. Then maybe they won't need unions everywhere to ensure that their workers actually get paid. Which one's that one? Is that the media online news, regulation stuff? Yeah, the one that had Facebook going. We done with news then. I've not actually stopped to read that one yet, but if Facebook is going, right, well, I guess we just won't carry news anymore. That tells me it's probably pretty bullshit. Our government is definitely on an over-regulating bit. Sounds about right. The bonus is, that does mean if you use a website like Facebook and you see a news article after the change, you know that ain't news. You know it's quite literally, not actual news. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to our government. Partially because the news media never actually tells me anything, but you know. And if I wanted to watch a bunch of people arguing in some royal-looking chambers, I would just be following British politics. Because, you know, there's clearly a 3-drink minimum at their Congress. It's great. Which, you know, also explains a lot of their political decisions. All their politicians are just always drunk. I'm always off the deep end. It's very much one of those things of like, our government is making it very tempting to not live here anymore. But at the same time, It's not like there's a better alternative without moving basically across the world. Because, like, the US definitely ain't it. I'd love to have their money, not their country. That's fair. I really need to reinstall TF2. Like, I've been wanting to play the game, even before they announced the summer update. Frickin' Upward. It's a good map until you've played it like 500 times, and then it just gets boring. And that's the only map anyone ever wants to play, and I don't get it. Well, I can't say that. People want to play Two Fort more than Upward, but it's not by much. That's fair. Maybe people have moved on from Upward spam. Maybe the community has finally gotten bored of that map. Like, Upward is probably directly responsible for a lot of the old TF2 YouTubers getting bored of TF2. Because, like, I think Star put it the best of he always wanted to play the same class on the same map, and you can only do that so long. Like, by the end of his regular TF2 content, like his TF2 bingo, he was even taking the piss out of Upward, like, yeah, he was playing on Upward because it was the only map that exists, you know. It was bad for a while. Quite a few of those old YouTubers I actually quite miss watching on a regular basis, but like... And a couple of them I still do. It's just, I'm not the biggest into watching stuff on Twitch, so I don't watch Star often. I do still watch Jerma a fair bit. Muselk, I don't touch, not anymore. Too much Fortnite. That boy's brain has been Fortnited, and just, nope. I have absolutely zero interest in that game. And, like, I wouldn't want to give Muselk grief, because, like, he's just doing his own thing. But, like, man, I was one of his, like, first... I think I was within his first 20,000 subscribers. And, like, I really enjoyed his content until he stops doing TF2. Because what most of those YouTubers... Well, I mean, Jerma just stopped playing TF2 as much, which, you know, that's fair. But Star and Muselk both jumped into Overwatch, and I wasn't the biggest fan of Overwatch. Like, it's not a bad game, but I'd rather play Paladins. Paladins is just the better game. Overwatch has its smexy characters and, you know, attempts at lore and story that they've just given up on. But, like, Paladins has the gameplay, more fun heroes, it's free. I mean, Overwatch 2 is free now, but, you know. Yeah, I was talking about how a lot of the TF2 YouTubers I used to watch transitioned to Overwatch, and how I just didn't much care when they did that. Like, I just kind of stopped watching them. And how Paladins is better than Overwatch. Or Overlook, I should call it, because that's the name I see for it the most. Anyone who knows what I'm referring to. And if you don't know, you're probably too young to know. No, I mentioned that I know Overwatch better as Overlook. And then if you don't know what I'm referring to with that, you're probably too young to know. Or I could add too innocent to know. That's another, you know. I gotta slip jokes like that in every now and again. It's just how I be. Why did my brain continue that with now I should go climb a tree? Brain, what is wrong with you? A lot. That's what's wrong with it. You know, seeing as I'm gonna get that workers' benefit thing again in like 3 months, I should, when I get it, buy a racing wheel. Or maybe I'll buy one sooner, because I know I'll get that money again now. So I'll be able to actually plan for it in my personal accounting. Yeah, I've known I've known a lot of internet smutty stuff for longer than I should have. But that's what happens when I had a computer and hit puberty really early. Yeah, I kind of want to get a racing wheel. As much as I know it'll be a pain in the ass to set up for each one of these streams, it would be kind of cool to have. The only issue is doing all the research to actually get one that's worth having. Like, I've been watching Facebook Marketplace, because buying one used from somebody is probably the cheapest way of getting one. And, a lot of the racing wheels that I'm seeing, while they technically would work for computer, like one of them was, you know, literally on its product page says it works with Windows and the Xbox. But what it means by it works with Windows is that it works with the Microsoft Game Store. It does not work with things that are not played through the Microsoft Game Store. So, like, while it's right near me and it's only like $50, it doesn't work for what I'm doing, and I refuse to buy something through the Microsoft Game Store. When Phantasy Star Online 2 first came global through the Microsoft Game Store, I literally still used the tweaker to download and play it because I did not wish to touch the Microsoft Game Store. I mean, I literally only use Epic, like Epic Games, because they give me free shit. They give everyone free shit. And you know, if Steam did the same thing, I probably wouldn't touch Epic. The fact that Epic can do that tells me that Steam also could. They just don't want to. Same with, like, GOG's Galaxy Launcher store thing. Like, I don't use that either. I don't want more freaking storefronts. Yeah, that's fair. I've just never had an issue with Epic. Yeah, I've never had an Epic with issue. Like, I've heard of people having issues, and I'm not denying the issues exist. I've just never personally encountered one. You can't tell me what to do. I'm a strong, independent truck. Don't need no roads. Okay, that is high beams. Thought it was. They may not have a need to, but it's still nice to get free shit. I mean, like, if nothing else, it gets people looking at your store page every week. And the more people look at your store page, the higher chance people are going to buy something. And, you know, more people buy stuff, the more money Valve makes. Please let me bypass. Oh, of course I can't. Oh, God, where is it? Oh, it's straight ahead. It's definitely not how they intend it, but this is how I'm doing it. I mean, yeah, that's basically how Epic got into the market. I feel like at this point, though, Epic is pretty set. I mean, let's not forget, places like Origins still exist. Like, the little sub-stores that were basically made by a big company to just be like, let's just sell our games. Those were profitable enough. Like, Like, I won't say Epic's exclusive deal stuff, it gets annoying. Especially when developers get really freaking snobby about it. Like, Ooblets is a game that I'd looked at years ago and was like, that looks kind of fun. So I wishlisted it on Steam. Find out it's released on Epic under an exclusive deal. That exclusivity deal has ended, but the developer still doesn't want to bring it to Steam. Because, apparently, Steam users have been too demanding. And they should just buy it on Epic. Which has made me leave it in my Steam wishlist as a divider. But I probably will never actually buy the game. Like, as someone who has studied a lot of game design and knows a lot of just general etiquette when dealing with people, you just don't do that. Like, that guy shot himself in the foot and probably cost himself a lot of sales by getting so snobby because, people wanted to play the game on their preferred platform and were willing to wait and started asking him where the game was after the exclusivity deal ended and he could have just released it onto Steam. The page is there. It exists. Developer of Ooblets. I can't spell out the name, as you could probably guess its name is weird to spell anyway. But again, I'm also old enough that, like, things being exclusive to a place doesn't really bother me. Because, like, I grew up in, like, the peak top of the, like, the plateau of the console wars. Where basically every console publisher was just making deals left and right for exclusivity. And you needed to own all of them, or you didn't get to play all of the things you wanted to play, because, well, Nintendo had this, and Sony had this, and Microsoft had this, and, you know. Yeah. That's the best way to go about it. Is get annoyed, but don't, like, lose sleep over it, like. Especially when it comes to things being exclusive on PC. You don't want to play it through Epic? Pirate it. You weren't going to spend money on it anyway, so... Yeah, it's not great. I did buy Borderlands 3 through Epic, but I mostly only did it because it was during one of their Christmas sales, and the game itself was like $24 after the sale itself, and then they had just a flat $20 off coupon on anything over $20. So I literally bought the game for $4. Which, I mean, as a $4 game, it's pretty good. Like, a lot of the Borderlands games are actually kind of bad. They're not great games. They're fun for a time, and they're more fun with friends. But they're just kind of meh. Personally, I would still put Borderlands 3 above Borderlands 2. But that's because at least in Borderlands 3, your character's ultimates actually feel like they matter. Unlike in 2, where they don't. I suppose I can't say that. The Siren's ultimate in 2 is worth using. Everyone else, eh. I think Slavador's is the worst. The Gunzerker. He just pulls out another gun and chews through your ammo if you're not at the end game. And now, ta-da, you're out of ammo. Good job. Yeah. I think of all the Borderlands games, pre-sequel is actually my favorite. Like, the story's cheesy, but that's Borderlands. And, like, it has kind of fun mechanics to play around with the, you know, the O2 stuff and low gravity. The characters all feel really balanced. All of their ultimates are worth using and fun. Like, and it's probably one of the worst selling Borderlands games. Because it's not a numbered game. Also, controversial opinion, as much as I've not played it, I imagine the Tiny Tina's Wonderland or whatever, the Tiny Tina exclusive game that's not just the DLC released, probably ain't that good. I don't like Tiny Tina. She's just kind of annoying. Like, I get a lot of people like her because it's all man, childlike explosions go boom. It's like, eh. It's nothing new for that universe. You fight children that like explosions. Like, where's the love for them psycho midgets? Like, come on now. Like, with Borderlands 2, like, I was told constantly, like, oh man, Tiny Tina's Attack on Dragon Keep is, like, the best DLC. I'd actually rank it as one of the worst of 2. Like, They're all forgettable, but, like, it's more so than the others. At least to me. I don't think I ever got to her DLC with 2. Because I just kind of got bored of the game. The one thing I will give the Borderlands games, and it's something that for most games I would have issue with, and playing online with strangers, this would still be an issue. I love how easy it is to edit your save. Like, with Borderlands 3, I will fully admit, I have edited my save multiple times to level up the guns I had. Because I wanted to use the guns I had and could not be bothered to sit and grind. Like, if I want to sit and grind in an old game, I'm just gonna play Dungeon Defenders. And Borderlands feels old. It's an old style of game. Like with Borderlands 2, I quite often would basically just give myself golden keys because you can. You just open the save editor, change the number you have. See, that's where you just go download a save editor and level it up. Make it match your level. Ta-da. Keep using it. It's the same with class mods that can, that drop with random stats to them. You just drop them in a save editor and change to what you want it to be. I would always keep gear within, I would always keep my gear within what was reasonable. Like, this was something that could drop. It was possible stats it could have. I just did not feel like dealing with re-rolling. See, the moment I unlocked it, I started playing Mayhem 10. So, which, while the game was still easy, enemies were bullet sponges. So, I very much appreciated having on-level gear. Like, I started pumping the Mayhem up the moment I could. I wish you could do that from the very beginning of the game. That would be nice. I think basically every Borderlands game, other than the pre-sequel, has at least something about them that makes them disappointing. Just casually dying, don't worry about it. Like, the very first game, it's really short, and the ending is not that satisfying. Like, you will easily beat the first game before you reach level cap. Easily. The second game, the characters just, they're all the same. Unless you buy the DLC characters, and then you get characters with specials that matter, and, you know, you get to start having fun, or play the Siren, who they then kill off in the third game. The third game was also just unreasonably graphically demanding. Like, the game did not look that much better than 2, but it sure as hell required a much stronger computer. I know, because my old 1650 and 9400F could not handle it. Not well. Like, I had to play on, like, low to medium. Even though the game looks like something that you should be able to run on a toaster. So thinking of old games, there is actually one old game that I'm kind of tempted to play through on stream. And it's purely because I have never actually sat down and beat the game. Okay, I will wait till you're back to mention it, see what you think. Ah. Really? What am I stuck on? Come on, truck. Come on, you can do it. These freaking trailers like this suck. Because they're not a trailer, it's just trucks. Don't care, get out of the way. Out of the way, policeman. Maybe if you built your roads better, that wouldn't have been an issue. Don't care about the red light. Already lost a lot of money. I'm just dropping this off. Welcome back. Yeah, the game I've been thinking about, I'd have to install it onto this computer, but it would not take long. I'd need to find a disk drive first. Actually I wouldn't. I have everything installed on an external. But technically I should have to find a disk drive first. Is Diablo 2. So I've come close to the end, but I've never actually stopped to beat the game. And I feel like it could be an interesting game to stream. If I can even get it working. That is an important part of that, because, well, there's no guarantees that it would even work. Nuts. This is literally the path I just took. I'll do this one. It takes me to somewhere new. Dying. Oh god. Honestly, I could probably do the entire Diablo series. Start with the very first one. I'd have to ultimately buy Diablo 4, which I have not done yet. I do kind of want the game, because I like Diablo. The only one I would not touch is Immortal. Even though I did actually play Immortal, I was part of one of their closed betas. And, like, I didn't mind the game, it's just I don't like mobile games for the most part. I play Azure Lane, that's about it. Yeah, that about sums it up. It was also clearly a game being developed to be a live service game. Not so much a game. Oh, that's not actually a road. I thought it was. I do not remember who Troy is. Oh, that should tell you how much of an impact that game had on me. Oh, right, he's one of the bad guys, isn't he? The two evil peoples. I found them both annoying, so... I will say, as much as they were effectively a throwaway stage boss, the Penn and Teller boss was nice. Mostly just to hear Penn and Teller. Well, hear Penn, see Teller, basically. 'Cause that's how it goes. But I'm just a big Penn and Teller fan, so. Which is also kind of the issue with using popular voice actors for bosses and such, is I don't remember what their characters' names were. Ah, Jesus. I was doing so well for a little while there. And now it has come back with a vengeance. That Hammerlock's sister? I don't remember. Gonna be completely honest, I don't remember many of the characters from Borderlands. See, it's not really one of those games that made me want to remember the characters' names, so... I only even remember the names of a lot of the first game's cast. Like, the main 4 characters, because that was basically the class names. Like... It wasn't like the second game with Gunzerker, but his name is Slavador, whatever. And there's, you know, the assassin dude, but he has a different name. You know. It's like I know Brick, Roland, Mordecai, Lilith. And of those four, I don't know why everyone didn't just play Brick. He was objectively the most fun character to play. Oh no. Ah. Hello, Frisk. And what are you doing? Frisk is still upset that I took a moth from her. Wasn't even that I took the moth from her, it was just on the wall out of her reach. Which she was upset about, and then I helped the moth get outside, and she is still upset that she did not get to kill the moth. Because she is clearly a neutral route, Frisk. She doesn't kill everything, but she does kill some things. Nice. I think the only kill streak... Actually, it's not kill streak, it's just an unusual I have. This is my meta gun. I can't be bothered to spend too much money on fancy stuff in TF2. I only even bought the unusual metagun because I play medics so bloody often. And then after I bought it, I'm like, but wait, I used the quick fix. Why did I buy the metagun? I actually remember way back when TF2 first went free to play. Like, I'd already owned the game, basically making fun of one of one of the people I knew, for buying a hat from Valve that I knew wasn't worth anywhere near what Valve charges for it. Like, he could have literally just traded some stuff and got the hat. I don't even remember what hat it was at this point. I just know it was not worth the, like, $5-10 Valve wanted for it. I was not a nice person when I was younger. I'm not a nice person now. I'm just more chill. I mean, those kind of go along with being, you know, a chill asshole. I like having the ability to piss literally anybody off. Given enough time, I will piss everybody off. It will happen. And if you think I'm opinionated now, God, you should have known me when I was like 15, 16. You know, during the boom of the anti-SJW stuff. I followed a lot of those YouTubers back then. I do not follow really any of them anymore, but you know, I did back then. Though even back then, like, you'd think of the people that watch them agree with everything. I was not that type of person. I've never been that type of person. Like, to agree with everything that someone I watch says. Like, there's quite a few people I watch that I do not agree with a lot of the stuff they say, but, like, I enjoy their content, so I watch it anyway. Which, you know, is kind of how it should be. God, I'm at the moment. Bleh, I'm I'm hitting a point where I'm like, man, I should have taken a shorter job. Because my throat is starting to hurt. Probably from coughing so much and talking so much. I may have to just pull over and then end the stream. Because I'd really rather not completely lose my voice. That would suck. And I can feel like I'm getting... I feel like I'm getting there. So I think I'm gonna do that. My music stopped anyway, I just noticed. I wonder how long that's been stopped. Oh well. So yeah, before I lose my voice, I am going to stop things here. I will get music playing to end this. It was a while ago, probably. I don't know. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for another stream. Which I might just do truck again so I can finish this job. Or I might do something else. I don't know. I'll do something. See y'all tomorrow.